So here we have the Hyundai Tucson Blue Drive SE on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. The seats are as good as new. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer and fuel gauge. You can see in the middle the total miles on this car are 731, so very, very low mileage. The information that's displayed above that can be changed by using a button on the steering wheel for various different pieces of fuel economy information, and you've got a few menus along the top there, things like user settings for example, and all the way back round to the beginning again. So the buttons I was using just a moment ago to do that are these two here. We then have cruise control and speed limiter as well. On the left hand side we've got stereo controls, as well as the ability to answer and end phone calls. And we have voice activation for the phone, so simply hit that button and ask it to dial someone in your contacts list. You don't need to touch your phone at all. Of course, before you can do that, you need to set the phone up, and that is done over on the stereo in the center here. So besides that, this car's got DAB digital radio, as you can see. It has AM and FM radio as well. In terms of other ways to listen to music, if I hit that button, nothing will come up at the moment. That's because nothing is connected or paired. There's a USB input, auxiliary input, and you can stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio as well. So once you've paired up your phone, not only can you make and receive phone calls, but you can also listen to your music. Working our way down from there, we have the dual zone climate control, so you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed up and down from here. You can determine where within the car you would like the air to blow. Once you're happy with that, that button will turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking control of the fans itself, which you can hear it doing now, and simply readjusting the fans will override that. Underneath that we have two 12-volt charging sockets, the auxiliary input and the USB input, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and then to the right hand side of that we have a button to turn on or off the parking sensors. Putting the car in reverse will always turn them on automatically anyway. That button is for the stop and start, so this car is designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary to save you fuel. That button will turn that system off. This is for if you know you're going to go off-road. It's just a handy way of telling the car rather than have the car try and figure it out for you. And finally, this one here will change the steering setup of the car from normal to sport. And it will tell you on the dashboard which one you're in, as you can see, normal or sport. Sport steering is slightly firmer than the normal steering, and that's the... All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.